Only 1% of people succeed, they say. And for a long time, I wondered why. What makes that one person different from the rest? Is it talent, intelligence, or just luck? Let me tell you a story. Years ago, I met a man on a train. He wore expensive clothes, carried the weight of the world in his eyes, and had achieved what many call success. But as we spoke, I realized something. Despite his money, his position, his influence, he was deeply restless. "I have everything," he whispered, "yet I feel empty." And then I met another man, an old potter in a small village. He had little by the world's standards, but his heart was full of joy, his hands steady with purpose. He told me, "Every pot I make is a prayer. Every day is a gift." That man, he belonged to the 1%. Success, you see, is not merely what you achieve, it's who you become in the process. The world tells us to chase, to run faster, to be louder. But have you ever tried to sit in silence and listen to your own breath? That's where clarity begins. The 1%, the truly successful, are not the ones who do more. They are the ones who do with meaning. They ask themselves, why am I doing this? Does it serve others? Does it bring me peace? One of the greatest lessons I've learned is that time is our most sacred currency. Yet we spend it like we'll never run out. Hours scroll by on screens, days lost in comparison, weeks blurred by routines we never chose. The successful 1% treat time like a sacred flame. They don't allow distraction to devour their attention. They protect their mornings. They reflect. They sit with their thoughts instead of fleeing from them. They make hard choices, not because they want to suffer, but because they've seen the reward on the other side of discipline. When I lived in silence for 30 days, I realized how loud the world is, but also how loud my own mind had become. And in that stillness, I found the answer. The path to success begins when you stop trying to impress the world and start listening to your soul. The question isn't, how much can I do? But rather, what matters most? So today, I invite you, pause, take one quiet moment, breathe deeply, reflect on your life. What are you chasing and why? Because success is not a destination. It's the alignment of your actions with your values. The 1% are not just dreamers. They are disciplined, mindful, purposeful. They don't always move fast, but they move with intention. So ask yourself, what would your life look like if you stopped chasing noise and started building meaning? You already have what it takes. The monk is not wiser than you. He's just learned to listen within. And so, can you? Thank you for being here, for giving your attention, not to me, but to yourself. Remember, success is not out there. It begins in here. Places hand on heart. Until next time.